Hello, I'm Theolyn. Welcome to SoulSchool. Welcome to another Signs and Wonders. Let me read you another haiku. This is all about an angelic being. Your bright wings will shine when you reveal your glory and your robe of light. Now, that haiku comes out of a mystical understanding that when we experience an angel, we are experiencing something that's within us. One of my favourite mystics is William Blake. And Blake describes in his poetry and his other writings and in his paintings the visions that he had of angelic beings. But Blake knows, and it's very clear from what he says, that it's a different kind of vision that he's having. He talks about twofold vision. The vision that sees more than the everyday sight. He also talks about fourfold vision, but that's another few layers. However, William Blake is telling us, and all great mystics say the same, that when we experience something as a visitation, a vision of something exterior, what is happening is that we are getting an understanding of something that's going on inside us. And so the vision is not a vision with these kind of eyes of something that's measurable in the usual three-dimensional way. This vision is of something in another dimension, but that other dimension is within us. That's why it is said the kingdom of heaven is within us. So all our notions of angelic light beings come from an inner knowledge. They don't come to us from the outside. And in the history of mysticism, we realize that a mystic can see something that appears to be outside of them. Like an angel hovering in the studio, which William Blake describes. And then he has a conversation, and this vision says, "Well, I'm Gabriel." But somehow Blake knows that this is a capacity of his, that he can see something that seems to be in the room. Now, if somebody else was in that room with Blake, he would probably not, or even she, because Blake did have a wife, probably not seeing this at all. But Blake could see it because of the way Blake's inner world had developed in a particular kind of way from when he was a small child. It was probably helped by the fact that his parents did not send him to ordinary school. They did teach him. He learnt to read and write, and he taught himself Latin and Greek and some Hebrew. So he was no slouch on the intellectual side of the mind, but he had this immense capacity for seeing the presence of something in another dimension. And it was so strong that he could actually draw from it. He could actually draw something from the vision, put it down on paper. Now, when it comes to our inner work, our meditation practice, what we are looking for is to rediscover that inner sunshine, that inner golden treasure, that pearl of wisdom, all those images of holy grails, philosopher's stones, the golden fleece, the pearl of wisdom, whatever it is, that represents something that we should know inside ourselves. And we have, for the most part, lost touch with. And when we move ourselves into a state of consciousness, some people call it cosmic consciousness, when we shift into that state, we perceive the outside world in a new way because we are knowing something within, because we contain all of that within us. We contain the robe of light. We contain the whole world, and we know it in ourselves. And with that knowledge, there's a sense of release from the time-forged manacles. That's what Blake calls them. They are manacles or chains of restriction that we put upon ourselves, intellectual restraints. And why would we do that? Why wouldn't we want to stay in that beautiful state of innocence, that beautiful state of mystic connection? Well, of course, from a practical point of view, we need to consider the time of day. We can't sit and just contemplate our navel, some people would say, because, we might end up not feeding ourselves. We might be in a beautiful beatific state, but nothing would get done. And as a woman, I have to say that, that doesn't feel very practical. And my big question in life has always been, can you have the practical and the mystical? And personally, I believe you can. I do believe that you could incorporate into your life very simple techniques, meditation techniques, creative intention techniques, that mean that you are able to go out into the ordinary world, the everyday world, where you have to do things and go to work or raise your family or earn some money, that you can actually do that on your bright wings. Inside will still be shining, and you won't lose that sense of mystical connection to the divine. So that's what my Schaefer method teaching is all about. It's all about just taking a bit of time out, a couple of times a day, in the kind of standard meditation concept, 20 minutes twice a day, and adding into that the Schaefer characters, which are creative intentions, and building up this sense of inner confidence that allows you to release yourself from the concept that you are locked in. It is within you, but it's not like you're stuck there. As soon as you open that doorway and step into a kind of multi-dimensional awareness, you can function in a really powerful way, in a really confident way. And that's what I would like for you. So do have a look on the website and find out more about the Schaefer method. And I'll be back very shortly with another Signs and Wonders and another haiku.